Hey there YouTube, welcome back to Paladin Vapes. This is Gene. Before I really get into my juice review videos, I wanted to just do a short little blog on how I personally test brand new e-juices. I have been told it is kind of a weird process that I go through, but one of the first things that I do is I take a little tiny drop of it and I taste it. If it tastes bad from the start, I'm probably not even going to vape it, to be completely honest. All of the products, all the ingredients that we're using nowadays in our e-juices, at least what we should be using in our e-juices, are all natural. So it's not going to hurt you to taste it. I know I've gotten some odd comments about tasting e-juice, but any DIYer out there will tell you, and they'll probably agree, that they taste their juice before they even vape it. Even the nicotine, you know, whether you're vaping 0 up to 24, the nicotine's not going to hurt you. 24 or more might burn a little bit, but it shouldn't. It's going to be so diluted down, it's not going to hurt you. The second step that I do is I just use a good flavor RDA, you know, something that's restricted and gives me good flavor to test out the flavor on it. I'll usually give it you know, probably like a milliliter or two through a flavor RDA just to test it out, see how it tastes. Then I'll try it on something that produces, you know, something a little bit more of a cloud chucker. This way I can find out just how much reduction in flavor there will be if I use something that's wide open, you know, balls to the wall. Now granted, this isn't exactly a cloud chucker. This is one of my flavor builds. But I'll be able to tell, generally I would throw like a chuff style on that, open up the airway, you know, the air all the way, just to see how much flavor I'm losing in comparison to how much clouds I'm gaining. Generally, if I like it past that, or even if I'm like midway and I'm not sure, I'll throw it in an RTA. I don't have any RDTAs. So I'll throw it in RTA. This is the Cloud Beast RTA, or I actually really like the TF RTAs, which I'll have reviews up here shortly for those. The G1 deck is amazing for flavor. The G2 is great for flavor and clouds. The G4 is good for clouds, meh on flavor. But I'll try it out here because you'll find a difference in flavor depending on what decks and what combinations you're going for. Like on this one, I have Red Aid, which is the red Gatorade flavor. It produces great clouds, and I like the flavor on here, but if I used this flavor on a RDA, it would taste differently. Then generally from there, if I really like it, I'll throw it in one of my ADV tanks, like the Vape Mod X Tank 4.0. And I'll run it for a day or two if I have enough juice. Now granted, something like the Dollar Juice Club, where you're getting 5 ml bottles, a 10 ml RDA or a 10 ml ADV tank like this, it's not going to fill it up. By the time I get done with just RDA deck flavor tasting, I'm probably going to be out of juice anyways, but I'll generally have a good idea as to whether I want to buy a bigger bottle of it or not. And then from there, I mean, if it if it at least passed the RDA test and it's a good price, I'll buy it. If it passed all of my tests, then I will definitely buy it, even if it's a little bit of a higher price juice. I mean, I've seen juices anywhere between 20 cents a milliliter up to, 60 to 70 cents a milliliter. I have never bought a juice over 75 cents a milliliter. I think it's silly. I'll try to find it on sale. I'll find it someplace on sale, or I will go to a vape shop that will let me try it. Now, unfortunately, here in Oregon, last year they passed the Clean Air Act that killed in-shop juice tasting, and now after the initial, the pre-FDA apocalypse, not many, I don't know very many juice shops that can taste or the test juices in shop. I know here in Oregon they can't. Usually what they'll do is they'll take donations, generally $1 or $2, that they will go into charity. It'll generally be donated to CASA or SAFADA, and they'll let you take a tank outside and try it. But honestly, $1 to try, a juice, most juice shops don't care. And if you vape out the entire tank, they might give you a weird look. But hey, if you like it that much and you end up buying a bottle, it's well worth their time. I know that there's some states that still allow vaping in vape shops. California is a good example. And the new research study that was just done that proved that vaping has no secondhand vape exposure, and that's coming from California, where everything in California causes cancer, and hey, vaping doesn't cause cancer. So that says something. FDA, please look into that. But if it passes all those tests, I'll generally buy a bottle. If it's super cheap, I might buy a bigger bottle of it, and if I don't like it, I'll give it to my mom, because my mom's like Mikey. If you're old enough to remember Mikey, you'll eat anything. My mom will vape anything. So, love you, Mom. But I'm going to be going through, and I'm going to be doing a lot of juice sampling here coming up. I've got a lot of old juices that I've never reviewed. I used to have a sample box subscription. Funds got a little tight, so I gave it up. I still got a lot of those juices I never reviewed. I just bought a sampler of almost the entire line of the $1 Juice Club. I'll be sampling. They're a brand new company. I just got all of Poe's juices. I'm going to be doing reviews for Cloud9, which is a local Portland e-juice company. So I'm going to be putting on a lot of juice reviews. Hopefully, what I plan on doing is maybe one to two device reviews a week, and then 2 to 3 juice reviews a week posted up, hopefully. I do work full-time with a limited vape budget, so I might not be able to post up that often. I'm still learning video editing and all that fun jazz, so it might start off a lot slower than that. It might be a 1-and-1, a 1-and-2, but we'll see. As I get to know this, get more familiar with it, I'll definitely get more videos posted up. But I hope you guys stick with me. Follow, like, share, whatever you normally do down below. Let people know. I definitely appreciate the support, more people getting on board and following me. Yes, as you guys have probably seen, I do have a Patreon. I don't really expect anyone at the very beginning to, patron me. I'll talk about that in a later video, but I figure I'd set it up in advance. All of the funds that I might potentially get from Patreon or from YouTube monetization, for as little as that might be, it will all 100% go to vaping products for future reviews for you guys. So I will talk about that in a future video once I get more uploaded, maybe get some more subscribers, more people knowing me. I don't want to jump on here and seem like I'm just asking for money, because I buy all of my stuff, so I don't want anyone to think that that's what I'm here for. I am here to, help out with tobacco harm reduction, like I was talking about in my intro video, and to, maybe help get people onto vaping. Everyone has, different personalities that they connect with. It's all about empathy. I'm an instructor, and maybe later on down the line I'll talk about what I do professionally. But when I teach my students about empathy and empathizing with people. So, and different people empathize differently with different people. So, maybe I will touch people in different ways that other vape reviewers don't. And don't take that in a dirty way. It's one of the few times I don't mean it in a dirty way. But we'll see. But hey guys, I appreciate you sticking it out with me. And if you like, do everything below. And just remember, guys, don't drink out of any strange toilets. I'll see you soon with some juice reviews. Take it easy, guys.